Greetings and peace. Welcome back with another video. My name is Neo and I'm here for the people. I'm going to get straight to the point with this one. This one is titled Reality Bend. And what I mean by that is, it was one time I was downtown. I would say probably a few weeks ago, maybe like 3 or 4 weeks ago, something like that. I was downtown here in my city, and there's a really huge fountain downtown, and a fountain where people can sit down at the edge of it. People can sit down and put their feet in it, and in the middle of the fountain they have water coming up. It's like this long line with holes in it, and then water comes up. And every so often, on nice days and sometimes nice nights, I like to come there and just relax and just sit there, whether it be without music, or I'll have my binaural beats or some kind of subliminal going on in my head, or some kind of relaxing music where it's just straight music. I use the subliminals a lot too, wealth and abundance subliminals, and this new one, not new, but I use every so often, it's called Quantum Brain Power Subliminal. You can YouTube that, because I got it from YouTube actually. It's called Quantum Brain Power Subliminal. And I mentioned that one because this is gonna play a part in what's going on with my reality bend. Does everybody remember, well, for the people who saw The Matrix, the first movie, towards the, well, actually at the end, where Neo and Agent Smith blended together. Agent Smith came through Neo, and Neo just accepted Agent Smith into his body. They merged together. And then, do you remember that one time where he kind of like flexed at the end? He was like this, and then the screen, or like the video, just went like, it kind of like bended like that, symbolizing, I guess, symbolizing the Matrix having some kind of transformation, or Neo actually doing something to the Matrix. So keep that visual in mind if you seen the movie, the first movie, and majority of you probably already seen it anyways. So while I'm sitting by the fountain, I'm sitting on the edge, and then the water is a good distance away. I would say probably maybe a good 10 to 15 feet away. So I'm sitting there in silence and stillness, because I love to sit still and relax and just allow information to come to me. That's how I'm able to give you guys information here, because I make time. I make time to sit still and allow information to come through. That's the only way your intuition is going to work, and angels, you're going to be able to hear your angels and your higher self. So while I'm sitting there, I don't even know, I'm not even aware of time, which time doesn't exist, and that's why I like to be outside of time. And the only reason why I pay attention to time is because so I can be in unison with other humans, the humans that believe in time. But on the most part, a lot of times I don't even know what day it is. I don't even know what time it is, and I have to look at my cell phone in order for me to know, because I'm outside of time so much. And that's part of the reason why I look so young, besides the fact that I get the sun and all that other stuff. But still, that's one of the reasons why I look so young, is because I'm outside of time, and I only use, or I only make a little bit of time. And in that time that I make, I focus it on whatever I'm excited about. And you guys got to understand how time works, which it doesn't exist, but you got to understand how using as little as possible. And then when you use a lot less, how can I explain? When you use a lot less time to do things, and you focus a lot less on time, you use only a certain amount, and you don't age as fast as other people. So that's another trick to slowing down the age process. It's for the people who are not in metaphysics and doesn't understand it, and spirituality, that's gonna be like, oof, gonna go way over your head. You gotta really go YouTube it on YouTube it and check it out. Bashar explains it a lot better. Check out YouTube Bashar and Time. I think he'll explain it to you better. But I'm gonna get out of that. So I'm focusing on the water that's coming up. It's water just coming up and then going into the little area. So as I sit there, don't know what time, how long it took. So I'm sitting there in stillness and I find a particular wave and I focus on it intensively. Just really focus on it. And I'm still. And then some odd time later, I don't know what it is, but I decide to get off of it and then just stretch. And then take a deep breath. And then I turn around and I look at a building that's downtown. And my whole reality, and it could be a result of me focusing so much on that wave. And it did something to my eyes. But my whole vision, it bent. It went like, it was like in a S, a quick S. It was like, woo, and then it shifted for a second, and then it went back. So it's like I saw the building go into some kind of like a whirlwind for a second, and then it went back. It didn't have a noise to it, but when I looked at the building, it went, and then it went. My vision, I was like, what the fuck was that? And I was like, what was that? Like, it was the building and everything around me. It twisted and then it went back to normal. So I'm saying, what was that? One thing that I thought it was is maybe it had something to do with the quantum power subliminal that I had on, and somehow I stepped out. I was thinking that maybe somehow I stepped out of, I can't even really remember what I thought it was at the time. But it did something to my reality. Or I'm thinking it could have been me focusing intensively so hard on that wave that it did something to my physical eyes. That's one reason, one idea that came to mind. And I didn't ask my higher self what was that, and I should have asked him, ask it. I keep saying him, but it, what it said, because it's genderless. All souls are genderless. If you didn't know that by now, I gotta ask it again. What was that? What happened to it? Or who knows? Maybe I could have been visited by some ETs from home, and then I was put back into this reality for a quick second. Yep, I went out real quick, and for me it looked like it'd been a good amount of time, but then it came right back, and then everything came back to normal. I don't know, because that's what ETs do too. They can take you out of your reality, this one, which is fake anyways, take you out of it, and then when they put you back, it looked like nothing happened. But for me, I saw a whole reality shift. It was like, I think it was a S, either an S or a whirlwind, and then the building, it twisted. At least my vision twisted. It looked like the building did it, but my vision, because you know, everything outside is a reflection. It's not real. This is not real that's going on. So it probably was in my consciousness. Somehow it did something. Me looking at the waves did something to either my consciousness or just my physical eyes. And I haven't figured out what that was yet. And I will get back to you guys on that as soon as I ask my higher self what that was. Because I still want to know what that was, just in case somebody else might experience it and don't know what's going on. But in the meantime, if you have experienced something like that, let me know what you think it is, what you feel it is, or what you know it is, and then I'm just gonna double check it with my higher self, anyways, regardless. So I hope that really makes sense. I know it's kind of weird. I have a lot of weird experiences sometimes, and I allow myself to see and experience new things. That's why I'm happy I spend a lot of time by myself that's how I was able to develop my intuition, by spending time by myself, as I say all the time. But I'm encouraging people, especially Americans, to stop watching TV. Cut off your TV connections, all of them. And if you can, take time from work as much as possible. Spend time by yourself, especially in nature and in silence. Just sit there, and then you watch how much information you'll start getting, and you start realizing stuff, and then you'll literally, your consciousness will exit out of the matrix that we're living in right now, even if it's for a brief moment, and then it'll exit out of your programs that you're in, and you're able to see and sense things like, oh, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense, this doesn't make sense either, so I don't have to do this and this and this anymore. And that's why you see all these videos from me with this information, because I'm spending time with myself, and I'm able to get out of these programs and look at them and say, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense, so I'm gonna be done with this, and this. And then looking at other people, looking at their programs, and making sure that I keep those programs away from me, and then letting you guys know, like, look, this is a program, blah blah blah, check and see if you have it. So when I talk about programs, I'm gonna do another video, subconscious mind, and I'm gonna do that hopefully next, depending on how much battery life I have. Alright, till next time, Hotep.